Hello, this is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. Today I'm doing another Bible reading from Proverbs. This book was written by Solomon by all accounts, and the thing is, uh, it's Proverbs 6 and Proverbs 7 are about sex. And I just got through reading Leviticus 15. It took me 2 videos to get through Leviticus 15. I am not choosing these books. I am reading Proverbs straight through. I'm reading the Torah straight through. And it's just a coincidence that I've ended up reading these chapters through October to December of this year, and it's just a coincidence. I'm not focused on this, although I think it's ironic because I come from a long line of farmers for 150 years at least, maybe before that 150 years. My family was farmers in one family line at least, if not more. All of my grandparents and great grandparents farmed, even if they had other occupations. My grandfather owned a store, was the postmaster. He did a little bit of coal mining on his own land and for other people. He worked as an accountant at another grocery store in the county seat. So, and he did farming. So everybody in my family, up to my grandparents, did farming. So the thing is, when you live on a harvest schedule, which most people did before the industrial age, even if they didn't farm themselves, harvest time was a time of plenty. And during harvest time, you had the change of weather, and my people, evidently, and I've noticed this in myself too, were more turned on during the fall because the babies in the family, or almost all, had birthdays or were born from May, June, July, and August, but mainly late June, July, and August. We used to have Christmas in July in my family because there were so many people born in July. Well, if you count 9 months back, that's September, October, November, and early August. We have babies in our family from early August, and that's a sign that your family is on this track for the year, or habits during the year, to be having more sex in the fall. So I found it very funny that I'm on these chapters during the fall. It just is a coincidence. So here we have Proverbs Chapter 7. We have Solomon talking to his son, warning against the adulterous woman. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. So listen up. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. I didn't know that phrase was in the Bible. Apple of my eye. Bind them in your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. So do not forget my words. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative, and they will keep you from the adulterous woman. So stay loyal to your family. Think about what you do and how it's going to impact your family, including your sister that you love dearly and your other relatives. From the wayward woman with her seductive words. At the window of my house, I looked down through the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men, and a young a youth who had no sense. He was going down the street by her corner, walking along the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in. So Solomon's saying, don't go even down to the corner near her house. Stay away. Then out came a woman to meet him. So if you go to that corner, you've already made the decision. Dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is unruled and decadent. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner, she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with a brazen face she said, "Today I fulfill my vows. I have food from my fellowship offering at home. So I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey." So this is a married woman. "He took his purse filled with money and will not be home until till full moon." With persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with the smooth talk. All at once he followed her, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose, until an arrow pierces his liver, like the bird darting into the snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. His life. Not just his freedom, not just his joy, his life. "Now then, my son, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng," which means a throng is a lot of people. So you're not the only one that she's done this to. She doesn't care about you. She's just doing this to have her fun. "Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down into the chambers of death." So if you think that your wife or your wife's family or her husband is not going to be angered by this occurring, you know, then you're just being foolish, because other people in your life are going to be harmed by this. This will permanently harm your relationship with any girlfriend or spouse you have. And also, when the full moon comes and that husband returns home, do you think he cares that he'll admit that his wife does this over and over? If he knows, he'll come after you. No matter how wicked she's been, he will defend her honor, and he might actually have her stoned to death in this day and age, or divorce her. And then if he divorces her, she might come to you. This woman who's disloyal to her husband. And if you think that, oh, I'll marry her and she'll be loyal to me, you'd be wrong. She would continue to use you like she used her former husband. And also, the same thing goes for women. If you have an adulterous relationship with a man, He'll lie to you and say that he's going to leave his wife and children and get together with you because he loves you. And he will tell you this over and over and over and never ever do it. And it will ruin your reputation. It will keep you from having your husband and your family. So pursue people that are available, especially don't pursue people that have children involved. Try to stay dating and intending to marry people that are available. And for God's sake, take a break in between. Even if you are wise enough to date and or sleep with people that are single and available and have no children, which you should do, absolutely, positively take a break. I mean, we've all seen the Jerry Springer messes of the world, and we've all seen the paternity courts. Do not sleep with the same people, with the different people on the same day. Do not sleep with different people within the same month. If you break up with someone that you're sexually active with, you should wait long enough to know whether there's been a pregnancy or not before you start dating again. And date slow. For God's sake, at least follow the 3-date rule. There's a reason there's a 3-date rule. That's 3 weekends that you can schedule to meet each other and talk. And it usually takes a month or 5 weeks or 6 weeks to get those 3 dates in. So that gives you plenty of time to know if you've contracted a sexually transmitted disease, or if you are pregnant or not, if you're a woman. Just slow your roll out there, please. I don't even watch those kind of shows anymore. I don't even watch the paternity shows anymore, because it's just like, how can you live this way and not know from one date to the next if you're safe for someone else? There are people out there, and I consider them serial killers, that have AIDS, that sleep with people over and over and over without protection. They talk people into having sex without protection that have AIDS. That's manslaughter. That's absolutely, positively immoral. And you don't know, if you don't do at least the 3 dates or wait to know someone. Ideally, you would wait longer than that. But, it is what it is in the modern age. It's still fornication. It's still, violating God's laws to have sex before marriage. But it's commonplace for people to have sex before marriage now. I'm not being judgmental. I'm not being prude. I had sex before marriage, quite honestly. But, and I was dating in the 80s, and I dated, in the 2000s. And at both of those times, I was not a paragon of virtue, to say the least. I was not some kind of temptress either, but I was somewhere in between where most women are. And also, to be fair to women, this chapter is talking about women pursuing men, but it's usually men pursuing women and telling them what they want to hear. So, ladies, this also can't kill you, because you can get STDs that are deadly. You can get STDs that ruin all your future relationships, and you can get pregnant. And with the way the politics and the laws are now, you have fewer options, and you could end up raising that baby that you just bent over at a concert to receive, and you were so drunk you don't even know. So why go down that path? Keep a girlfriend with you, keep a friend with you, have your brother take you, and protect yourself when you go places and where you might get drunk or inebriated in some other way, uh, because you need protection. And I don't mean just a prophylactic, you need social protection from being placed in certain situations. Um, so think about what you're doing out there and think about how it affects your future. And you all have a wonderful and blessed day.